Okay, so before we officially start.
Hey guys.
Okay, so you guys can kind of talk while this. It doesn't really pick it up that bad, so just don't yell. But you guys can interact and say anything, whatever.
Can we swear?
Yes.
No.
If it happens, it happens.
It's like a PG-13.
It is what it is.
I just here and
Who's
there.
gonna swear more? One of you two are gonna swear more.
All the shits you want, one fuck, right? That's
Right.
PG-13, right?
No fucks given.
There you go.
So if it comes out, it comes out.
I've already gotten a letter, so it's happened with the FCC, so I've had to deal with that before.
No, we're not under
They
regulation
know my
here.
name.
It'll totally be fine. And then participation, if you guys are gonna laugh, clap, whatever, boo, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all gonna be just laid back kind of thing. And exactly. Good test. So we're gonna just get this going. Yeah, let's do the official start. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yep.
Right here.
And live from the Hi Brau Room, it's sleep time's over with DJ Zach Morris and Jaylee.
There we are. And we're officially on. So,
Welcome, everybody.
Sleep Time's Over is here. I'm DJ Zach Morris, to the left of me. Yes. Thank you for coming, everybody. Jaylee is here. And for all the people new to this whole little shindig, Jaylene is 22 years of age.
What does that matter?
Because I'm 23 years of age.
You're not.
Yes. Oh, this is that. For the people that I'm not even going to reveal it. I was going to reveal a surprise, but no, Brian Chan Scratch is already just chiming away as we got people still coming in. Let's put out some dignitaries here before we start. We got them. It's an interesting mix. We got just walking in. The very controversial Earl Kaimaki is here.
Never forgotten.
Never forgotten. Not a fan of E40. Not a fan of E40.
He's okay. Not bad.
We got Chef Robert's hired with the whiskey. We got Wayne Gretzky whiskey tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
Terrible.
Yes, thank you very much. We're also gonna have. Might as well reveal the surprises already. DJ Jimmy Taco is here. We've already posted it, but he's gonna come up. Brian Chan, this animal, is gonna be over here coming in, putting on his hat, hopefully.
Calm that hair down, bro.
Correct, exactly. We gotta comb that hair. Don't flare, comb that hair. Well, the thing with Chef Brian, as we know, if you've gone to Scratch, he's always got that attire, he's got the hat. Rarely do you see him with on a hat. So this is kind of weird and he's in street attire, so this is all great. Jaylene, how you doing? What have you been up to since last week?
I'm doing all right. I got started with classes this week, but
Yes, what are you studying again for the people that don't know?
nursing. This is my
Yes.
final semester, and then I will be in the hospitals, hopefully not serving you guys. I'll stay healthy out there.
There you go. See, she's responsible, she's young and responsible. You don't see that often in this crazy world.
But
So
other
what
than
else?
that, thank you. Just in preparation of the week, I didn't do too much, but I know you were busy this past weekend. You had
Oh,
your
well.
thing at Scratch, and
Oh, yeah.
also something else.
Yes, Scratch Kitchen and Meadery is what this establishment is called. And I disc jockey there. And I disc jockeyed there on the Friday nights, and a little something odd happened Friday night.
Okay.
And it wasn't Wayne Gretzky whiskey, it was something else that happened where my ex-girlfriend came in. And I never see my ex-girlfriends ever. And they're all living on this island.
I was gonna say, are they all from here? Because I feel like it's a very small island.
Well, this last
Have you
one-
ran into any of them?
Yeah, she is from California, but last time I checked, lives in Kaneohe. And I've never seen her after I sent her packing. That was in about 2008. About 10 years. Got that? She's not listening. So she just happened to show up. It was a fantasy football party of some sort. They had trophies and I can talk to Brian about this. He'll know something about this. But it was a party of like about 10 people, all right in front of me, and then lo and behold, I see it. You don't want to stare at them, right? You see the people coming in. You gotta look. You gotta use your peripheral. Peripheral's got to be for the win. You gotta look at the peripheral, and you gotta just see who's coming in. See people coming in, and then you see this one girl look familiar, looking right at me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna look at you back, and we're gonna stare at each other. And it happened to be, I think, I don't have 100%, It might be the one they call the ex-girlfriend.
So she stared at you, but she didn't approach you for conversation?
No,
She
they're
just
not gonna
stared
do
at you?
that. No, yeah. She was just there, a bunch of people look like they're from Kaneohe, you know those kind of guys?
I know.
You do?
I know this.
Wow.
But they have a certain level to them.
Okay. Noted. I didn't think you do. So I was there, and I'm literally she's right in front of me, like about maybe like 5 guys down, and if you look at the DJ setup when you're at Scratch, you're there right at the entrance, and then you have the chef's counter table right there, right in front of me. The
Wow.
girl right over there, just staring at me. And what am I supposed to do? I mean, I have to kind of look up, but then I gotta look up, and then I have to do like kind of weird eye movements. Very odd. No one talking to anybody. I didn't even want to bother with it. I had to go to the restroom. You have to cut through there. I have to walk right by her. I did not. I went outside the restaurant.
And you went
Walked around. Forget it. That's awkward, huh? So yeah, that happened. That was on Friday night.
Saturday, sushi, right?
Oh yeah, so Saturday. So all the people that have what they call the Instagram, is this thing on the internet.
And
and
Snapchat.
The
You're on
Snapchat
there
too. I'm not on. Oh yeah, I did post it on
That night
Snapchat.
you were, yes.
That was because I had a little too much to drink. I don't put stuff on there unless I'm
Yeah, I was
drunk.
surprised
Much like
to see
everyone,
it,
right?
yeah.
When you're on Snapchat. So I was on there, and I wanted to go eat sushi. You know, I'm a fan of sushi. People like sushi out here. You guys are fans of raw fish.
Yep.
Too easy a joke. So I wanted to go to eat sushi Saturday night. I had a reservation for 2.
Yes.
I have, I guess I should say, a wife that doesn't eat sushi. She doesn't eat fish. She goes with me to
Your call cannot be completed.
I'm gonna say both.
Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you.
We've had this talk right here.
There it is.
So I go to eat sushi, and then she's basically eating chicken and steak and staring at me for like an hour, 90 minutes, you know, while I'm there. So I figured, okay, let's you don't need to go, fine. But I had a reservation for the good people at Izakaya Uosan. You know this place?
Heard of it.
Okay, yeah. You go to Yanagi. So I had the spot for 2. I didn't want to give up the seat. Thanks. I wanted to fill it. So I figured, how am I going to do this to get someone to go? So I posted on the IG story, is what the millennials say. And I put on there, I said, you know what, I want to go eat sushi. This is not a joke. Any of you shy MFers, you want to come eat sushi with me? I will go. I'll bring 3 bottles of sake. We'll go. Let's just go and talk story. Hang out.
Yes.
But you didn't think
I'm
this
down.
all the way through, because when I checked with you earlier on the Saturday, because we were both at our workplace, you didn't expect the feedback and the response that you got, and I was like, well, how are you gonna choose? And
Well,
you're just like, I just didn't
Let's
think that all the
backtrack
way
on this
through.
one. Okay, so
We
we
thought you was gonna pay, bro.
let's really backtrack on this. Okay, yes, I didn't think anybody was going to reply. I didn't think no one was going to say anything.
It's sushi.
It doesn't matter. It's just a weird, awkward IG story message that people probably just do this and just tap the thing. Nobody really reads it, right? So people responded. 10 people responded, and I got shout out to one man who was the first guy, the first man to respond, and he's out there. He might be coming tonight. Blaze Sato, he was there. He was the first guy. I gotta say shout out Blaze Architects. Taco knows who this is. And
He'll be here soon.
really?
Yeah.
Then we're gonna talk about sushi Saturdays, guaranteed. But then all these people that I never even met before messaged me. Never talked to them, never in person met them.
Interacted before?
And they said, oh, if you still have the spot, I'll go eat sushi with you.
Wow.
Guys and girls. It was just bizarre. So it was good, and it was a good social experiment,
Yeah.
which is what it was. So then led me to what am I supposed to do now? I didn't have an end game for this, so I didn't know who to choose or how to make it or how to work. So that's why I decided, okay, I'm gonna go with somebody that I know already.
Well,
You weren't available, bro. So I went with someone that I
no.
went already.
Okay, go ahead.
Where are you going?
Like, why would you go with someone that you already know? Is this like something you want to go out on a limb, go sushi, meet new people, but you went with someone you already knew?
That's a great statement by you, because I didn't want to cancel on anyone. So that is thus why I created the new hashtag. There's the thing. What was it? Social Sushi Saturdays. Say that 5 times, everyone.
Social Sushi Saturdays.
That's right. Wow. That's why you're on the radio. So it's hard to say because you just want to say shush, you know, right? But that's the thing. So once a month on a Saturday, I'm gonna go down the line with all the people that message me, and we go out.
Is it just those same 10 people that you're going to take turns with, or are you going to open it up every Saturday, every what? how.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be every Saturday, we're gonna be broke out of mind. But no, we're gonna go once a month, and then we're gonna go down the line. If that person can't go, we go down to the next one, to the next, and then we just keep going from there, and then new people will arise, and it's a good social experiment, get people to, talk story. There's people I haven't, like Blaze, I haven't talked to him in a while, so it'd be good to catch up with him, for example.
Who did you end up taking?
I took the girl known as the Onion.
The Onion.
Yes. Her last name is Onion. It's really Onion. Her name is Ashley Onion, so yes. Shout out the Onion. Jane has it. But yeah, so she goes out, she eats the fish, I'm like, all right, let's go, hurry up, let's go. So then we went. I bring the sake, courtesy of Sky Cameron Distribution, I guess you could call it. And that's the thing. So that was on Saturday. That was Saturday night. And what else? Well, speaking of IG, okay, so you see that thing, the then and now challenge?
Yeah,
You
I've
seen this
seen that.
thing? Okay.
I don't understand it, but.
Okay. How many other people out here right now that they're doing this then and now challenge?
The 10-year one. Anyone
You post a
here
picture
do
of you
it?
young and you're supposed to be like, look, I haven't aged at all. Forget it. Okay. No, and no one's scrolling through all their pictures to 2000. Maybe you guys are scrolling to 2008 or whatever you want to do, and then pick something, and then you post something for 2018. Is this, are the young people doing this?
Yeah, but it sounds a little bit different from like your, or I guess your peers are doing. It's not so much to say that they look younger, but it's to show their quote unquote what the kids call glow ups. So you see guys posting like when they're like super scrawny, and then now they're slightly less scrawny,
forget
and then girls.
Why'd you look at me when you said that? That's not cool. Wow, that's kind of awkward.
Oh me?
I was looking down.
I know you said it.
Sorry, I don't.
I was about to do
my.
one had a Patron shot, the next one had a Patron shot. Same shit.
You're
I
exactly
promise you, I just can't stand on my Instagram.
I'm joking.
You're not.
Welcome to the party, Jilly. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and then the girls, they learned how to apply makeup, so I guess that counts as.
Well, it depends on the age, right? Okay, so like.
That's what I'm saying for like my
Right,
peers, like
right.
that's, we figured that was like what, when we were like 12 years old.
It's a total waste of time. Forget it. I'm not gonna be scrolling through the Instagram, through all the 69,000 pictures and trying to find something from 2008. That's not gonna happen. So whatever. I mean, did you post one?
No.
You did not. Okay, good. Good
God,
answer.
no.
Good answer.
I know you would probably break our friendship.
Something might happen to you. Yes. Also on Sunday. Sunday, we gotta talk about football here. Jalen, do you watch football? Do you watch the NFL?
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite team?
The Raiders.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I will take that. I will take that. I'm not. I've been a Raider all my life.
Hey, they stab people, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it was me, I just said it was you.
That's why I asked you.
I
So-
am black.
Yes, don't forget, Jalen, we have black men here. So,
Just.
you're happy. So, playoffs happen. Now, I've been telling you this for a while now. I made a prediction back in August with Cabot about who's going to make the Super Bowl. And I picked the New Orleans Saints against the Chargers.
Yes.
And it kind of happened, but the Chargers, they fell apart. Patriots are in, again, championship game. Patriots, you have them, you have Rams, and you follow them, right? Saints and the Rams, right? Okay, so you have the Patriots, you have the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. Song, we should have queued up the song, Where Are My Homies? Why did we not think of this? Patrick Mahomes, Where Are My Homies? That's the,
My homies.
talk about those. Okay, fine.
Little Scratch?
Come on, hip hop people.
Talking about your own scratch?
Ill Al Scratch, yes.
The old
Anyway.
Tupac song, My Homies,
Or Ill Al Scratch,
oh, yeah, Scrap, okay.
Where Are My Homies? And it kind of sounds like Where Patrick Mahomes, sorry. It's a joke that's running too long. So, looks like,
That's not short by age.
looks like,
You're old as shit, dude. Shut up. There you go.
we're gonna get to the floor.
You have to put his hat on.
Young guy, quarterback. So I'm gonna stick with the Saints. Going up against Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's what we're gonna go with. What do you think? I gotta go with the Saints. My pick was the Saints from August. I gotta stick with the Saints.
I'm with you, brother.
Drew Brees, really?
Yep.
Drew Brees rides off in the sunset. He's 40.
Is he really?
Yes.
What was his golden
Oh my
Jimmy?
gosh.
Jimmy's 41 then, but that's good. So that's the Super Bowl Sunday. What else happened there?
Do we want an update? I know.
Oh, you know that. Speaking of Super Bowl, okay. Let's go one last thing before we go to break here. The halftime show was announced fairly recently, and it's going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in ATL. No, it's going to be Maroon 5.
Maroon 5 with Travis Scott and Big Boy, right?
No, it should be no Maroon 5 at all.
That's what I was
It's a
like,
total
who's
stupid
gonna...
move. Why are you going to go to Atlanta, the hip hop capital?
It's the same reason why they did the whole Cardi B, Sublime, and Snoop Dogg. It's
No, but that's a bunch of Holly hippies that are living somewhere in the military. No, I'm talking
Luda
about the
should be
Super Bowl.
headlining.
I agree.
The Super Bowl is the stupidest move. I mean, the NFL just doesn't know how to get it. Okay, why are you going to put in ATL? Where's Ludacris? Where's even you could even have him. They go get Big Boy, who hasn't done anything, just to put him in. Let's put in the token. Let's put in some black people now. I mean, what are we doing here? You know, I mean, it should be an all hip hop kind of a thing. And they pissed so many people off of Kaepernick that none of these guys would even want to be in the halftime show.
Yeah.
So that is
I mean,
another
Travis Scott
blunder.
had to like negotiate with them to even
Right.
do the show. He was
Travis Scott has to
It's
negotiate.
amazing what Travis
Yes.
Scott did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a very smart move of Travis Scott to do that, so that he gets something in return. So you have Travis Scott, Big Boy. They're probably going to throw in some other guys, but Jermaine Dupri going to show up or something. So that's the problem that's going to be with the NFL. I don't get it. They dropped the ball at Kaepernick. They dropped the ball at the Super Bowl. Even the whole African American head coach situation. This time and time again, they haven't figured it out like the NBA. NBA, you got female coaches ready to be head coaches, and like they're just sliding on in, no problem.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to end the break on a rant, but yeah, you didn't do anything at all.
I have an update if you guys are willing
Oh.
to listen. I don't know if any of our
Oh, yeah.
crowd was here last week.
All right, so everyone, Jaylene found a guy last week, and for the people
Just
that
some random guy. Just
that
found
didn't
him
listen
on
to
the
last
street.
week, right? Jaylene found a guy on the plane,
Yes.
and monumental thing. This doesn't really happen. So you found the said gentleman, and you didn't know how to contact him.
Yes, because I gave him my number and he hadn't hit me up. And I was like, okay, did I give him the wrong number?
Right.
So I was like, what should I do? I asked the crowd last week because we did talk for about 2 hours, and every time I say it out loud, it sounds really creepy, but I feel like we're both on the same level of connection. So I know where he works. I was like, should I just casually show up? That got a big boo from the crowd. I think
Yeah.
as well.
Don't want to stop.
But I was like, I gotta figure this out because, I'm not gonna let my pride get in the way of a possible great connection. So I was like, I gotta find a way. Obviously, social media is super big. I was like, why don't I just kind of reach out that way? We talked enough, so I know he's my same grad year. And he went to Honolulu, and I have lots of friends from Honolulu. Like, okay,
Okay.
quick search, super easy fix. So I slid in the DMs.
Whoa.
Yes, I slid in the
That's
DMs.
right. What's your name, son? Thong pick, bro. No. Okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry. Okay, so you got in contact with this
Yes,
fellow.
I did.
What happened? What's the latest now? What's the update? You didn't tell me. I told you to not tell me this until the show, so I'm gonna be.
So yeah,
surprised
we went back and forth briefly on the DMs. I was like, you
Yeah.
know what, I got it. I don't like to stay in the DMs long, especially if I feel like it's going somewhere. So I give him my number, like, hey, here's my number, text me your schedule, we can meet up. Because he told me, he's like, oh, we need to link up and catch up. So I was like, great, cool. So just text me.
That work?
And he kind of let some days go by. On Instagram, you can see when they see your messages. So
Always a favorite.
yeah,
The
so I
scene.
saw that he saw my message, shortly after I had sent it, but he let days go by without responding, so I was like, alright, I tried not to be butthurt, but I was like, it's fine, it wasn't meant to work out. But, last night, he texted me, and he
Really?
apologizes for the late response and the late message and all of that, and he gives me his schedule and everything, and so now we are in the works of trying to get together, so.
Wow, isn't that
This
very
might be
nice?
something.
Oh,
Is he here?
Excuse me?
Is he here?
No, he's not here.
Why not?
Wait, here.
Is he in the
Here
room?
in
No,
the
he's
village.
not in the room. No.
Why not?
He said he was busy tonight.
Busy tonight, doing what? It's Tuesday night, what's he doing?
You know what? I was busy tonight, but I'm here.
Appreciate that.
I guess an airborne is, okay.
I'm not trying to pump in seasoning, but I am making sure.
So when are you gonna, what does it mean you're gonna plan this out? Can you guys just say, let's go pick Saturday or something? How busy is this guy? What does he do again?
He works at a gym,
Oh,
much
yeah.
like us.
You work where?
At a gym.
What gym?
UFC.
Because we can go there and say, what's up, bro? Like,
It's not far.
She's trying.
No, there's a gym below my office. We can go holler. Let's go.
Oh. But yeah, so he keeps. I'm like actually like considering this now. No, he works at a gym and he also goes to school. It's also his final semester of college, so.
I've said that a lot too.
See, this is the experience you gain here. See, this is all you're learning.
Yes.
This is what you're learning here. Okay, so well, hopefully we bring this said gentleman. Speaking of gentlemen in dating, in a few weeks we're going to be having the 3rd annual Valentine's show. And what we're going to do, yes, hooray for Valentine's, and we're going to attempt to do a live Tinder date here on the show. And we're going to find that special gal. We'll swipe right, swipe left. I still don't know what you do. And they're going to meet the guy, talk to the guy, and then bring the guy here. And then I'm going to go out and talk to him and see if he doesn't run away or file suit. And very highly illegal. I don't know if this is even going to happen, but I gotta find the girl first, so there's no if any single ladies out there.
Any takers?
Want to take that chance?
Take that.
Yes, exactly. There was point. We may have to go the guy version, I don't know, but the girl's gonna run out. But Valentine's show coming up, we got that. You may have to bring that gentleman caller here. I want to talk to him. I want to get to know him. So that's possibly in the works. So as we end on love, we're gonna go take a break here and we're gonna get going because if you haven't figured it out by now, Jimmy Taco's here, Brian Chan's here. If you can't tell by that laugh, he's got his hat back on. Okay, so we're gonna come back with DJ Jimmy Taco after this break. Sleep time's over. Woo! Always gotta love the delay. So we're back, and before we announce our first guest, I gotta go shout out good friend Omega 6, as he's called in the hip hop world. Claymore Mines is his t-shirt. So we're in the newest. It's kind of new. It's the Dollar Wire shirt he's coming out with. Claymore Mines is his clothing company. He had the Kalapana shirt that I was wearing a few weeks ago. So yeah, all West Swim team, shout out Omega 6.
Yes.
Woo! Yes. That's it. Long time close personal friend. But our first guest. What can you really say? This guy is a legend. He's a legend in the Hawaii hip hop scene. I know so. 22 years you've been doing this. Over 22 years, right? In the Mix Show Radio. He's the host of Mind Tactics, which is going on. Is that 21 years too? Mind Tactics?
Supposed to be.
Okay, got it. We're looking at 20.
We'll talk about that.
We're looking at that. If you haven't figured out by now, this is the great man known as Only Fitting. It's Tuesday. Then we have this man, DJ Jimmy Taco. Let's go.
Oh shit! It's LL Cool James.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. LL Cool James Moore.
Oh my god.
Wow,
I'm old,
sir.
my knees hurt.
Oh. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to finally coming on here, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a long time coming.
Yes.
Lots to talk about. Lots to go.
Let's have fun.
Many things to say to you. And well, first off, for people that don't know, and Jaylene, you have a connection right off the bat here. You're born in LA, born in Glendale.
Yes. Born in Glendale.
Jaylene, is that where you're from? In LA?
My family's from there, so I wasn't born there, but I'm there quite often as
Oh, right.
Karen and Michelle probably
So
know.
where'd you grow up at?
I grew up here, but my parents are from Carson and Torrance.
Carson and Torrance, so you know where Wilmington is?
Yes, I diverse.
I grew up in Wilmington.
Oh, okay.
Wemas.
Oh, okay. And then you went to Big Island?
Yeah, my parents moved to Wilmington when I was 13.
Uh,
No, my parents moved to the Big Island when I was 13. Yeah.
Oh, from 13, and then you gotta just ask right off the bat, when did the DJing start?
So I danced as a kid, and then DJing came after that when I moved to Honolulu. I went to UH. My
Yes.
friend Ryan Kalahiki had turntables in his dorm room,
Yeah,
and he taught me how to mix. And
that was it.
that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Gemini.
Yeah.
No.
A Gemini mixer, a realistic turntable, and a fucking broke ass Pioneer mixer. Sorry. It worked.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So,
What was your first gig then?
yeah.
My first gig, wow. I used to work at Foot Locker,
Oh, okay.
and I did a Foot Locker company party at Ala Moana Hotel in like this little ass room that was about the size of this room for like all Foot Locker stores. So it was like super crowded. It was like, woo!
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah. I played some music and they were like, we don't want to dance to this. This is like hip hop. We don't know what this is. This is a dance music. I remember playing Paris, Break the Grip of Shame, and they were like looking at me like I was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would never be played anywhere. Unreal. So when you first started, what were like the major songs that you were wanting to get when you started DJing? You're like, okay, I'm starting out, I gotta get these records.
I just wanted all hip hop records,
Yeah.
but like I didn't really understand like what you needed to do to play at the party, like, you know?
Right.
Because I love hip hop and I just wanted to play hip hop, but nobody wanted to like dance to that shit. They just wanted like, that's cool, but we don't really want to dance to it.
Yeah. I don't know how that's all evolved.
MC Shy D, like, all right, cool, we'll shake it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Unreal. Most memorable moment, I mean, as a DJ, what stands out?
Wow. Most memorable moment? It's been a
Sure,
long
man.
time, because I've been DJing since I was 18.
Right.
And not to like
So how old are you now? 65?
I'm not Brian, but wait till you're over here, bruh. I can't even see you right now.
Don't worry, none of us can say anything.
So, yeah.
It's fine.
So, let's be real, I'm 49 now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I just turned 49 last week. And still doing this shit. But thank you for cutting it short. But, wow, there's a lot of moments. Like,
Do you remember like the first thing that stood out, like when you started the whole DJing thing, and then the first thing that just threw you off?
there was a moment like I really was like done with DJing. And I didn't want to fucking play parties anymore at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm cool. Like, I could just go work at Costco or do whatever. And I did this party for HPU at John Dominus.
Wow.
Like, and this was like right before, this was like the last hoorah John Dominus. And party was amazing.
Yes. John Dominus
And
and
this was
53 by the Sea is now.
Right,
Oh, okay, gotcha,
right. And
gotcha.
and the person that hired me was the homie that I used to work for, this guy Mike Duran, and he made me play this party, and I was like, man, I really don't want to DJ no more.
Yeah.
And I did this party, and it was cracking. Like everybody from the beginning to the end, I had so much fun, and I was like, I stopped the music. I was like, you know what? I really thought about quitting DJing after this party,
Yeah.
but you guys made me want to continue. And that was it. And I still love it. I still have fun. I'm fucking old as dirt, and
Yes, you are.
I don't give a fuck. And that's it. Like,
Right.
you know what? I like to see people have a good time, no matter what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all bottom line.
Yeah.
Right.
If we could backtrack just a little bit, how did your love of hip hop start? Is it from you being from Cali, or like where did it?
No, it started with dance. Like, I loved to dance as a kid. You know, I mean, music. I grew up with music in my house. My father was a guitar player. He played like rhythm and blues guitar. He was like a David Lindley, right hooter, and reggae. Like we had a lot of reggae in the house, and that was like Sundays. there used to be like this college radio show, like growing up in LA, in Long Beach. I don't know what the station was, but it was like a college radio show in LA, and came out of Long Beach, which was right next to Wilmington. And my father was like, we gotta listen to this. My dad would be like, pull me like, you know, let's sit down and listen to reggae. And I didn't know what the hell it was, you know. I was like a kind of rocker kid growing up, and that was the time.
Yeah.
You know, so it was either like Motley Crue or you like
Right, all the hair bands.
the hair bands, or you like punk.
Right.
You know, there were like a bunch of punk bands or whatever. So it was just, you know, the LA punk scene was like crazy in the early '80s. Like we moved to Hawaii in '83, so this was like Black Flag and like TSOL.
Skater punk and all that.
Yeah, like skater punk shit. So like all the LA shit, and I was cool with that. But because my older cousin that lived with us, like he was about that life, and I didn't know. Like I just grew up next to him. But yeah, all my other friends were like with dads. So
Right.
yeah.
And then that was right when things started to pop off.
Right.
Mid-
Pat Jam. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that goes into, well, majority of the questions are going to be this. Through the years, as you evolved as a DJ and as you went through it, because you went to, did you go back to LA at some point? 'Cause I know you mentioned Mike Nardone as a guy that was a guy that was
So-
the person that helped you out.
Nardone, yeah, Mike Nardone is like super, like key in the LA radio hip hop scene.
Yeah.
So it's funny how I met Mike Nardone is through a homie here. This guy Lawrence On. Lawrence On went to Lawrence On is from Hawaii,
Yeah.
and I want to say like Ia area, and so I used to work for this guy Mike Duran, like I said earlier. Lawrence came into the company and he started doing our business, and he was like, yo, I used to go to Loyola, where Mike had KSLU, which is Loyola's radio show. Like that was like the hip hop show, Sunday nights. We came from beyond. So Lawrence and Mike used to do mobile DJing together.
Okay.
So Lawrence was like kind of like the in between. He said, "Yo, you gotta meet my friend Mike." We met, we hung out, and we just like clicked. And it was like, you know, we've been best friends for like the last 30 years,
Right.
something like that.
So I remember as a kid, it was 92.3 The Beat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike and King M's.
Yes.
Yes.
I still remember
What was the name of the show? What was it called?
that. Oh. But this was
The
the
Joint.
90s.
The show was called The Joint on the
Yes.
beat. Like that was like LA's biggest radio show. Like now it's like, you know, Big Boy or whatever.
Yeah.
But this was like their hip hop show on the weekend. They had the beat, and they also had
On 92.3.
on 92.3. I think they also had the
Benny
Baker
B.
Boys.
Baker Boys was on it, yes.
Yeah, the other station had Sway and Tech.
Right. That was KMEL. Right.
Came me out first, but then the Sway and Tech moved to LA,
Got it.
and I think they were on Power, or I don't know, vice versa, or whatever. But yeah.
Because in Hawaii, that's all, we just would get the tapes.
Right,
We'd have to order
right,
the tapes
Right.
through the mail.
But then then we actually in Hawaii, we did have the Baker Boys on I-94.
Yes, I wanted to, I was gonna bring that up later, that was something. Yeah, it was interesting how Hawaii radio eventually got this
Evolved,
stuff.
right?
Yeah. And then through the years, so what was the first local station that you were like the mix show? Because the mix show DJing was, when did that really pop up? Was that like late 80s? When do you think that really-
in the late 80s, yeah, it did like mix shows really start popping off. But like there was like James Coles and Richie Aki and like Spaz and a bunch of other DJs like were doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. K Smooth started with that. And, yeah.
Right. As far as that, because it was kind of, people still didn't quite get what the whole hip hop thing was about. I mean, as growing up as a kid, it was all few and far between people that knew what hip hop was. Growing up as a kid, I didn't know anyone that listened to hip hop.
Yeah.
And when you listen on the radio, nothing was really, you would have to watch your own TV raps, and that's basically it.
Right.
So how did you guys get it more on the air? Was it just because the demand nationally just was like, that's how it is, and for these stations, because they
Like
just
for radio? Or?
yeah, because they just base it off of demand of just what the popular music is. I mean, without even mentioning Radio Free, but you got like the I-94.
Radio Free was like always cutting edge.
That was the cutting edge one,
Yeah,
right?
like they were like always above and beyond what the popular radio
Right.
always had. Like, you know, I-94 back then.
Right,
Like Radio Free was like murdering.
right,
Like, and for us,
right.
I was always like, why are we not playing Cypress Hill?
Exactly, right.
Why are we not playing this or we're not? And I,
How did that switch over to be
Right.
like those channels like, okay, you know what, let's just do it, just play it?
right. I don't know when it like really clicked.
Yeah.
It was just like, there were times when we'd get a record and they're like, oh, I don't know, we can play it. And I'm like, I'm talking like California Love.
Yeah,
Like
major hits that.
major, I remember playing that in the club and then we're like, oh, where's this record? James Cole's like, where'd you get that from? I was like, my record pool. Mike Nardone. You know, Nardone like hooked me up with the best record pool in LA
Yeah,
and would send me music. And I remember playing that, like, we don't have this, what is it? I was like, I'm sure you have it. And then James was like, yo, we have this, like, I don't know why we're not playing it. And
right,
it was always like, oh, we gotta wait till the label tells us, we gotta wait for this, we gotta wait for that, and
yeah.
yeah. It's always, so, radio is a fickle thing, like, it's,
Yeah,
people, like, understand the music and know how great it is, but they fucking bullshit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean to like expose my entire, you know.
Well, we already know.
Right.
So,
I'm sure. Thank you. But it's just like, bro, we should be playing this.
right,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, and then that led to the show that is still on the air, Mind Tactics.
Actually, it's
Or-
not.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
took my tactics off the radio like last year.
Got it.
Because at my 20th anniversary, I was just like tired of my boss saying, I need you to play this 6 songs in your mix.
That goes back to the corporate.
Right.
Yeah.
And I need, hey, I need help with you playing these songs. And I'm like, I really don't. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to play those songs.
Yeah.
Like, because we play them all day long, you know what I mean? No matter what it is. How am I going to play like, it's a hip hop show, but I'm playing like artists that I don't really feel like I should be giving that hip hop love to.
Right,
You know, so I'd rather not do it,
right.
you know, and shortchange what I should do.
So is it, like, not anything, no SoundClouds, no anything?
I mean, I have like my JimmyTaco.com that I have old shows on,
Yeah.
and I have a Mixcloud, I have a SoundCloud, but I don't really update them. It's just because I love hip hop, but I don't have the time to give it what it needs.
Right,
Because I feel like if I do, I'm shortchanging.
yeah,
I'm not doing what I should.
right,
You know, and that's not cool. Like, you shouldn't half step at hip hop at all.
right,
You know what I mean? I mean, why do it?
yeah,
You know, I'd rather just be like, cool, hey,
right,
I want to listen to somebody else's stuff, like, and see what someone else is doing, and maybe when I have a time, let's do it.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember, you're not gonna remember this, but this was in about 2000, 2001, and I was coming back from DJ, and your show was at 2 in the morning. And what I would usually do, if people didn't already know, is I wasn't hanging out and partying with, you know, whatever, I would go to Jack in the Box. And then I'd go and order food and I'd just sit in the car, and then I just like kind of depress, you know, unwind and just like, you know.
Just chill.
And I'd always listen to your show, because that was when I was done. And you mentioned myself and Delve on the air, where we would use acapellas and we remix this. You and Size were talking about something, and we were talking about, Size was talking about how DJs would remix songs, because you know he's big into that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then we were doing that at the time, and then you shot him, and I just sat there, like, didn't know what to do. And I still remember that. So, I'm not gonna cry, but so that was like one single very small
Let me
spot.
drink my beer and get my composure right now.
Yeah, so I'll take a drink break over.
Yes.
So yeah, so I was listening, and
You know what, like, homie, like, for real, like, there's always been the utmost respect for you and Cav, like for real, like you guys have always fucking done great work. I
Cry,
respect that.
tear, leave, little bit. Thank you.
Thank you, cauliflower tacos.
Oh, coming soon, everyone. It's coming soon.
It's coming
So-
soon. Let's get it on.
But I just had to tell you, like, you got a big influence on Cav, Delve, Compose, all of us guys. I mean, we have a gentleman in the crowd that is great to see that is personally my idol.
Yeah.
I never told him this, but it's DJ XL.
He knows it, like,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm
XL.
dead serious. I'm dead serious. It was your mixing that was really the one that was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what needs to be done. This is always amazing.
There used to be, so I used to promote a party. I forget if it was Friday night, Saturday night, and I was downstairs, and Excel and Blaze were upstairs.
Yes.
They were at Aquas, and I was at Point After, or whatever the hell it was
That's
called.
right. That's right. The Aqua parties.
And I would be like, is my set done? All right, cool, bye. And I would go upstairs, and I'd be like, hey, Blaze, can you get me in? He's like, hold on, bro, like, wait. And then, but Blaze would always like, I'm taking care of people, he got me in.
Yes, he was
Party.
crazy.
I would love to come up there and listen to XL and
Yeah.
listen to.
It was
Dev.
XL and DJ Hot Water. It was the opener. To DJ XL in the big room, and then
Who's Hot Water?
It was Hot Water. It's Kyle, gentleman Kyle. He long retired, but he got into computers or something. But yeah, he used to be the opener, and then it was the other guy in the front room, and then we do the lounge.
Did they have 2 rooms?
Was it when you walked in, you see?
I was
all the
always too
lounge
drunk to understand. That's like half of my life.
You remember you got the Eurasia people coming up,
Right.
and pointing at me. So then we were in the front lounge. You go right all the way down. Excel's over there. Yell's
Yes.
on the mic, and then
Their party was so much more cracking than ours. I was like, well, the women were always way more beautiful upstairs than we were downstairs.
yeah, that was Clever Party. That was Clever Party.
Where
Yes.
am I at? I gotta go back upstairs.
Wow, that was like 2000. I
Were
think.
you guys open to 2 or 4? 2?
Yeah, yeah. And then eventually that was when brought the Visionaries came down. Concert
Yeah.
was over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did a visionary show at Aquas?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. Before the one downtown.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
And then Combo opened. If you remember Combo.
Yes, Combo MC.
Yeah.
I have like a crazy drop from Combo.
Really?
This Combo MC.
That's his voice.
His voice was like that. Well, I'm a Jimmy Chicken Taco. Like I was like, I gotta edit that chicken shit out.
Wow.
Combo, you good dude. Yeah.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy story. I mean, also, you do Dave and Buster's. I wanted to touch on this because the Dave and Buster's party is that still going on?
It's still going on.
Now, how long has this been going on?
So, we've been doing this, that Dave & Buster's party for 14 years? Yeah.
Wow.
A long time. Thankfully,
Unreal.
I mean, if I actually saved money, I would have bought a house, but it's all been spent at the bar.
Well, we can't have everything, but I mean,
Right, true.
14 years. Like, so what?
Yeah.
The
This
evolution
summer,
of that.
this summer will be 15 years.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Somebody's now officially able to work at 15 years. They were born when you're. I mean, unreal.
I don't even know if my son. Well, no, wait.
Work permit, right? 15. Okay. Yeah.
Huh?
Work permit. You can start working. So
Yeah,
yeah.
my son can work. He's 21.
Okay. Well, I hope so. At 21. Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
He needs a job, bro.
Good point.
Who's hiring? Sorry, Kona, I love you, my name, bro.
How does it to do a party for that long and you see things evolve, the crowd,
I
the way
don't.
people dressing for God's sakes. I mean, it's
I don't
music.
try not to leave the DJ booth at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, well, how old are you?
22.
Right. So, I try to stay my old ass in one place,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Right? I mean,
That's it. You don't do enough time. It's just.
I think I really give myself like another year there. I love it. I love having fun and love being there. But
Yeah.
you know, do you want to party with your dad? Do you want to party with your uncle? Like, I mean, is that cool? That's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? How would you feel if your pops was in the building DJing? Exactly.
Great answer.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey, but if the music's good, then, you know,
Well, I mean,
full eye to it.
The music is subjective. I mean, what are your favorite artists right now?
As far as like from the club or just in general,
Clubbing in general.
honestly.
If you're turning up, like what
Good
do you
music,
want to
yeah,
hear?
Jalen, let's go. You have this gentleman right here. What are you listening to currently?
Like, I mean,
if I'm turning up, maybe Drake, Migos, some Future, stuff like that. But that's not stuff that I would listen to that I'd want to listen to at the club.
like if
you
you're
know?
driving in traffic, what would you listen to?
I listen to old stuff, honestly.
Like what? What is old stuff to you?
Like 90s. Like 90s. Okay. Sorry.
Like for real, like what is old stuff to you? Like Backstreet Boys? Wow. I'm not trying to be like mean or just like, wow. I don't know.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question. Because you're 22, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 22, shit. I kind of like really think.
So we gotta go back 10 years then.
10
Right?
years.
People at 10 usually start
Yeah,
listening to music,
right.
right? So
Right.
10 years ago.
I would say within 5. So
What was 5 years ago?
See,
That
that's
was Drake.
Drake still, right? It'd still be
Drake
Drake.
was
Drake's
still
first album?
That'll take us to that. This 2019, that'll take us to 2014.
No, definitely.
No.
2014, I think, was.
What's 2014? It was like Waka Flocka?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
See?
blur.
It's all a blur, right? After like 2010.
Music is like popcorn.
So
Right?
for you,
Exactly.
like, since you've been DJing this long, like, what are some like big moments in hip hop or just in music in general that stand out to you?
Music turns over like way too fast now.
Now.
To like really, really pay attention. Like your attention span in music is like your attention span on the internet,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like everything changes like that.
Well, we've talked about this before. You
Yeah.
know, before you'd have to wait at least a year to hear something from like your favorite artist, but now like everyone's churning out stuff like
Right.
super fast just to stay relevant. It seems like a lot of the
Songs
work
are short.
isn't
Right.
quality.
Songs are 2 minutes and
Yeah.
like on the average, like an average radio song now is 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Really.
Yeah.
Albums are less
You
than
can't
that.
even like, for a radio DJ, you can't like leave the studio to go use the bathroom and come back. That's like our biggest argument right now.
That's a good
On
point.
on the regular right now,
That's a good
on the
point.
regular right now, like Bozzy, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
There's no pee break.
No, that's no pee break at all. It's not like Prince where you can go to the bathroom and
Yeah, you can go to the song.
6 minutes and
No.
58 seconds.
Simple 5 minutes on.
Right.
Yeah, you cannot. So good point on that one.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. Everything's a short attention span.
Yeah.
People want things quick. Everybody wants to shit quick.
Microwave pop, corn music.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was that in the song? Somebody said that in the song, right? Oh yeah.
That was from a song.
I can't remember.
It's all a blur.
Right. It's too old.
Was there any moment though that through the years, even the 90s, even the 80s, and to now, that it went down and you're like, a lot of shit's gonna change. Like, wow, really? And then you're like, oh, things are not gonna go well, or maybe things are gonna go better. And you thought, was there something?
Honestly, like I really haven't really thought that things are really gonna get better. Like, I work in radio and I really don't like 90% of the songs that we play. You know what I mean? It's radio's a job.
Yeah.
I love music, and there's songs that still come out. And I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. But then I'm like, there's artists I like.
Yep.
Like Sam Smith. I think Sam Smith is fucking amazing. But there's other songs that come out like I said, like Bozzy. I'm like, all right, whatever. Post Malone. You're like on 90% of the records that come out right now. Like I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, take your fucking curls and peace. You know?
That's
Yeah.
how it is. I mean,
Yeah. You gotta take everything with a grain of salt.
Do we look at that as are we being the grumpy old men? Are we
At times I think I am. At times I think I am, and I have to like check myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let me think about like,
Right. Should we give this an
Right.
open look?
and sometimes I even like hashtag a song. And like look it up and see like, how far is it trending? What does it look like?
Yeah.
Do I give it a chance? Do I, alright, cool, like Kodak Black, like, alright, you're cool, like, but do I really wanna play you like on the rec? Like,
Right. You say that with all these guys.
Right.
On the line. Like,
right,
do we get the joke? Is it a joke? We sometimes think it is a joke. Migos, for example.
right.
A lot can be said about those guys. Are you a fan or are you not a fan? You just think of it as just comedy.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Same.
Right. Well, is she genuine? Is just
Yeah.
she that hood? That's that what she does?
Yeah.
Entertainer.
Huh?
Right.
Entertainer to me.
He's an entertainer.
Right. And I'm sometimes I see the entertainment factor, or I don't know, like
Yeah. It's very
6ix9ine.
convoluted. 6ix9ine, oh my goodness, yeah, it's very convoluted. We don't know what to call it.
Right.
These guys are singing. These guys are depressed. These guys are
Right.
playing guitar. You don't know
Right.
what to do.
Right.
So, a lot of stuff. Well, let's go back to Hawaii hip hop. And I know you're a big supporter of Hawaii hip hop and local artists and Split the Bird Entertainment.
Yeah.
All these characters. Where are the fans? Gavin and I talked about this months ago about these local hip hop artists. All of them, IA for example, Creed Chameleon, all these guys. Where is the fan base for these guys? We look at when they have a show. It seems to be just their friends that are there, or it seems to be just their family that are there. Is there a person that's like a stranger that's never met him, never met a Creed Chameleon that is listening to him in the car, never met an IA that's listening to the car? Where are those fans? What do you think? Is there a fan?
They're not there.
Yeah.
Honestly, like you would love to see the people that would support your people from the hometown,
Yeah.
but they're far and in between. Like they're like, all right, cool, but that's my other homie. Like I'd rather support him than support you. Like I always thought that there was a time when, like Pre, for instance, you know, like we really wanted to put on for Pre and make things work for Pre, and we had this like big meeting. Like maybe we really need to take like one artist and everybody that does music support him.
Yeah.
Regardless, all right, Pre's going on right now. Pre has a song. Let's put on for Pre. IA has his next song. Let's all put on for IA. And it started to roll, and then everybody was like, "Nah, I'm cool, bro. Like, nah, whatever." You know.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own little niche, and they want to do their own thing, and that's cool. You want to support your people, you support your people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just what's the end game for all these guys? Are they looking at this as like as a hobby? Are they looking at this as a career?
Like nobody is like, so no one has cracked the Da Vinci Code of how to make money as a hip hop artist in Hawaii at all.
Yeah.
Because they don't really want to put in the work.
That's what it comes
You
down
know what I mean? It comes down to like, all right, you know, so Pre moved away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's doing work.
Yeah.
Show moved away.
Yeah.
He's back home. You know, Tasha just moved back home, which was amazing. Tasha was
Shout out Tasha.
at Scratch tonight.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Why not here,
Yeah. He has family duties. That's my homie, and maybe we can get him on another show.
I would love to talk to Emerse
Right.
on the show. Yes.
Right, but you know, Flip the Bird was an amazing time doing music, and when we had the studio and doing work with everybody, that was great. You know, it's a different time now, bro. Like,
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of disheartening just to say, like, with my hip hop show, with my dancers,
Right.
it's like people were here and we had such a great team working at one time, and then everybody was like, I gotta move away, and I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, and I was like, all right, cool. Like I held everybody down, and I had the studio, and it went from one thing to nothing, and I was like, all right, cool.
Right.
Like the same thing with, like I said, my dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pretty much sounds good. It's just no one's really doing the work and evolution.
Yeah. Everybody wants to do their own work and not work as a team, which is the thing. I think there's so many artists in Hawaii, and not just my Flip the Bird team and my family,
Yeah.
but other people.
Yeah.
You know, like I see Punahele.
Yep.
Punahele is amazing. He has such a great voice, and I see like Connor Boy and the Brook Wolves.
Yeah.
Amazing. But
Where's it going?
right, like where's the following? Regardless of having radio support, you don't need radio support. If you do a grassroots effort, people will buy your music. You just need to make it available for them to buy it.
Correct.
Like if you don't have nothing that's viable for anybody to purchase or anything, download or whatever, you're not gonna. You're just gonna be the same.
It's just
Right.
because I saw Kevin today, and we talked about hip hop at the Tropics,
Right.
and there's 30 people there. What's the end game? You
I
know?
went the other night for Creed is moving away.
Yes.
So I went for Creed's party, and there were like 10 people there.
Yeah.
And the dude that was on the stage was like yelling, like, F this place, F that, F that. And the owner walked up to him and pulled the microphone away from him. And I was like, get off my stage, get out of my bar. You know what I mean? And the guy was like freestyling and saying, I don't know who he was or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was like saying like, yo, like, I didn't get my drink in time and it's empty and this place is terrible. And I'm like, shut up, bro. Like, just
Right.
do your songs and do your thing and move on. So, yeah.
Well, I want to end on a bad note, so let's
Sorry.
let's do this. Running on a room, but I just want to throw this out there real quick. I gave you an assignment, and it was to do the Mount Rushmore of all-time hip-hop radio shows. I wanted to get your thoughts on this one.
All right. So,
I got some I can throw at you, but I want to hear from you right now. What
so, of course, Stretch and Bobbito.
yes, no doubt.
No doubt. Awesome too. Terry K, Special K.
Wow.
Like, that's like,
Yeah.
and Nardone and King M's. That's like
Okay.
my foundation.
Right.
Sway and Tech
Yep.
and the Baker Boys.
Yeah.
And like for
That's it.
hip hop radio,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. Stretch Mobito was the first one that brought comedy to the whole thing.
Right,
There's an interview, but it was like a talk show,
right,
and it was fun in that sense.
Right.
It was two guys that weren't trying to pretend to talk all the slang,
right,
and it was a real show. Stretch Armstrong's a white guy,
right.
and then the way it worked.
But I also obviously like Funk Flex.
Yeah.
Because Flex brought a lot of music that the mainstream would not have known at all.
Right.
And Flex brought that to them.
Right.
And with Flex doing that, he also opened up the doors to Cornerstone, which Cornerstone, like, all the mixtapes that they did.
Right.
Like, and that Cornerstone, like, changed the game with their mix CDs, through radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got all the way to here because
Yeah.
I was buying them and snail mailing them over here, 10 bucks
Yeah.
a pop. You had them all, the double G-Bola Pro, Double R,
Right.
all in your Mr. C, all those
Everybody.
guys. Funkmaster Flex, Doo-Wop, that's all came from
Right.
these guys. The Stretch Up Mobile tapes were available. We get all
Right.
those episodes.
Right, right.
Sway and Tech, did Sway and Tech ever come and make it out to, was it on a station in Maui or something?
Sway and Tech,
In the 2000, was there was a state, there was something that was on AM radio or something that you caught a very
I
strange
think
signal.
Sway and Tech,
Did they ever make it here to Oahu?
I believe they did, but I can't remember. I think they were on KQMQ because they were on KQMQ when they changed to the new Jam in 93.1 or some
Okay.
shit like that. And then we did, we had the Baker Boys on
That I remember, yeah.
I-94.
Yeah.
We had Baker Boys on I-94.
Because there was a show I wanted to talk to you about if this was indeed Sway and Tech. It would be on Saturday afternoons and it was broadcast out of Maui. And I got a very vague signal.
So Maui, so
Was there something coming out of there? Was that Sway
there
and Tech?
was like,
Like a 98?
it might have been out of, I forget the Maui station was.
Yeah.
But Hawaii's always had like great hip hop radio.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, we had
We had K2H.
AM.
Oh, yeah.
AM.
Yeah.
AM. We had the Auntie Loki show, which was wow, it's like a Filipino radio station. What the hell is it? They're across from Zippy's on King Street. Like right, what is that Zippy's at Washington Intermediate?
Yeah, Racer Zippies. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Racer Zippy's. Yeah. So across the street, there's like a house that has a radio station in there. And
Oh, yes, okay.
um,
I remember this.
when I grew up on the Big Island, we would only be able to hear like that AM radio station
Yeah.
from like 9 p.m. till like whatever it was in the morning. And
Yeah.
I would have this like my little boombox the size of this laptop, like on my pillow next to me in my bed.
Yeah.
And it was Auntie Loki from one time until Johnny J Jam. And he would come on and he would play like,
Right.
you know, which would be like old electro hip hop records.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
There was something I wanted to get, because I would always hear it Saturday afternoon. And the only way I could hear it was if I go in my '83 Toyota Tercel and put the antenna on. You could take it off back in the day. And I would take it and I have to drive up and down Pully. So I'll go down up Pully and then U-turn, come back down. And I do that for about an hour to hear it. And I could hear, my steez. You know?
Right.
So I've been doing this like for a Saturday afternoon, single. And
That's crazy.
And I was just doing that, and I was just like, what was that show? I was thinking if you remember that, if that was Sway and Tech, it was something from the mainland.
I'm sure it was, like, I know Sway and Tech had a show here, because I remember them coming here to, like, support it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I don't know if it
So
was
is that-
on 93.1 or,
It was something strange,
Yeah.
but there was a vague signal that just blew me
someone
away.
else did it, but we did, the other homies from, yeah, Big Boys.
Big Boys was on, yeah, we had.
That was a record pool that I was a part of. So
Okay.
their older brother, Frank, ran a record pool,
Okay,
and so used to be called Ghetto Baby, and they would send me all my music.
right, I remember that was on at nights,
Yeah.
right, yeah, and they would have like J-Rock mixing and all the Beat Junkies. And,
Right.
Right, that was good stuff, man. I got shout out like K2H, I mean, that was the thing that.
Yeah.
Soul 69, if you remember that one,
Yes.
that was the mid-90s, DJ XL was on there.
Yeah.
Before that, you had, of course, you had, Static.
Monty.
Shout out to Monty.
Respect.
So yeah, so I had to just give you for my all-time Mount Rushmore. I put Stretcher Bobito in there. I put Soul 69 in there because that just influenced me growing up.
Yeah.
Sway and Tech was definitely in there because their personalities as well.
Yeah.
Sway is still relevant now.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and then I got to put in, without any kind of specific ass kissing, Mind Tactics, bro. That's it. We're gonna put that in.
Now am I crying?
There we go. Everybody stand. Wow. All right. Thank you, brother. We're gonna take a break here. We're gonna go ahead. We're finally gonna have time. It's gonna be that time. Finally, we're gonna bring on some psychopath that's gonna come on and just tear this whole show apart.
Take your hat off, bro.
Take your hat off.
On or off? On or off? What do you want?
Oh, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Take your hat off.
Keep it on. Keep it on. We've seen your hair earlier. Let's take a break. Sleep time's over. We'll be back.
Flock of seagulls.
We are back, everybody. Nice shot of you there. Hey, someone from they call it high school is here. The kids go to from my old high school. But we're back with Sleep Time is over. We're gonna go with our final segment. Little shout out to what's gonna happen in the coming weeks. Next week's show we're gonna have Creed Chameleon. He'll be joining us. James Webb from Lee Coffee Company can talk to us about cold brew, nitro cold brew. You drink cold coffee?
Not the nitro kind.
There you go. Well, you'll find out all about it next week. Also, we're going to have the Valentine's show, as you know, which could possibly get us in jail. The live Tinder date is still a thing. We're going to have that going on. IA is coming up in February. We're also going to have, I'm going to attempt this again. Now, if you can help me with this one, I need to have this gentleman on. I'm trying to get in touch with Andy Bumatay. I want to meet Mr. Andy Bumatay and get this guy on here. If that's possible.
He hates me.
Okay, we'll find something else.
He hates me.
Hey, it's my segment again! Stop talking!
We're talking about it
I
right
wanna sleep.
now. Shut up right now. Let me tell you this. Hold on. So, what can we do? Can we get Andy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just in the future reference, I've been trying to message him, I email him.
I shut his mic off, like, while he was doing his comedy.
Oh.
It doesn't sound right.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have him on.
I'll bring him on now. I'll fucking heckle him.
Noted.
You know what? I was doing sound for him,
Yeah.
and he's like looking at me. He's like, he was bombing, like bombing.
Right.
He's like, your job looks like it's incredible,
Wow.
and I'm like,
Well,
all right. I pressed mute on his microphone, and he was like, I'm like, yeah, my job is incredible, bitch.
hashtag having second thoughts now.
I'll ask Augie.
Oh,
I'll ask Augie T.
I'll get back to you on that.
I promise
I'm
you,
scared.
I won't tell him I'm here.
All right, well, let's go in with some more psychos. Our next guest.
Zach,
let's just go. As the anticipation grows for this gentleman, he's finally going to be coming on here. He is, let's straight up, the chef and owner of a place called Scratch Kitchen and Meadery. Let's bring on Mr. Brian Chan. Where is he?
Come on, Meadery.
Let's see that for a while.
I hit my friend. Don't touch me, bro. Get off me, bro. Get off me, bro.
Welcome. Here we are. Yes,
Sit down.
okay, wow.
You're the worst.
All right, that's about it. Good night, everyone.
Hey, wait, what's your hat off?
Keep the hat on. Keep the hat on.
Go on, Ken.
Wow.
I ran.
Flatten out. Flatten out. Nice.
You got flock of seagulls?
Cue that one up. It's coming. So. Now you guys just came from. What are you talking about this? You guys came from. Taco. That's it. Wow.
Alright, sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Take you nowhere.
I know Tuesday, Ken.
Yeah, shot. Okay. So you guys just came from scratch just now.
Yes.
We had to talk about Taco Takeover. So,
Yes.
well, how did that go tonight?
It was fun.
Yeah. Sold out?
Yes.
We did.
More.
And what were you gonna
We sold out like puppy in a shiny suit.
Wow. So what was the options here? What kind of tacos were we getting?
We had a carne asada taco, we had a carnitas taco, and we had a chicken taquito.
Wow. And it was sold out, so it was reservation only on this? How did you
Yes.
guys do this? Yeah.
So this was like our second one that we did.
Yeah, we did
So what
fitted and
yeah.
Black Friday and fitted, yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Unreal. So is this gonna be a thing? Is this you gonna try and keep this going for future or?
I'd like to do it, so like my plan for this year is to do like one a month
Yeah.
until the end of the year, and then let's see where it goes from there.
Wow.
Like that would be like, you know, my next thing.
Yeah. Brian,
You
you allow
can't
me
be
to.
a 90-year-old DJ.
That's
As David
good.
Mustard's
kind of
on.
awkward, dude.
Oh.
Seriously.
That can be a thing. Brian, you gonna allow me back in this week?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He needs a tortilla maker on Tuesdays.
You're pretty good at making tortillas, dude.
I'm pretty fucking amazing at making tortillas
okay.
on Tuesday. Sorry.
What kind of cover?
I'll edit out all the swearing, I promise.
Taco's coming over my house, man. I'm gonna edit.
I'll edit everything. Just send me the
All
file.
night long. Actually, that could be a help to me. Yeah.
Believe me, I'm crazy.
Because I'm tired.
You should do this guy in the morning, dude. Seriously. Drunk Jeopardy. How much it is?
Yeah, how did you edit that? That was
Oh my
That's
Oh
god.
gosh.
the Drunk Jeopardy, yeah.
I
Was
just-
that edited? I mean,
I edit all of it
right.
on the fly.
Oh gosh.
Not like seconds before it airs,
Right.
but I go into work the next morning hungover and edit it all. It hurts.
That's why you're the professional you are.
Yeah, I edit it and I lie down on my floor and I'm like, oh my god, why am I
You
doing
take
this?
care of it. Speaking of professionals, Brian,
Yes.
what's the latest with Scratch, man? What's going on over there?
So rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Brunch, lunch, dinner. New menu every 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
I
that-
wanted to ask you about that. I've been there a couple times, and almost every time I go, there's a new menu. I just wanted to know, like, if you have a process at all, like, what is your process you're thinking about coming up with all these ideas every 3 months?
I think about food all the time. Like right now, food is on my mind.
What's the first thing right in our head right now? Food.
So mogo.
Good
Well, I was
call.
thinking right off.
What's your favorite local mocha you've had in your life?
The one from Moana Cafe. White Kai.
Really? Really? That's the top one.
That was a good
Wow.
one.
Interesting. Yes, sir.
I just had a crazy local mocha, I forget where it is or what key, but it was
Heavenly.
very heavenly. Cause
No, heavenly.
That's the place.
Where's it at?
Wait, Kai.
Not the one that I had. They like did a radio segment with us in our morning show,
Yeah.
and the patty was half bacon and half beef.
Yes, please.
It's called the 50-50 local mocha.
Where's
And
it?
it's somewhere, I believe, in the international marketplace.
Really?
was pretty damn good.
Is on the street. Is it in the street?
I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
They brought it to us.
Okay.
Kilo was like, "This is for you." I was like, "All right, cool." I'm like, I mean,
Now you do loco moco for brunch, not
Yes.
for dinner. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
What got you to go with the breakfast food strategy as your restaurant in the first place? Why that angle?
I love eggs. That's
Well,
it.
we all really, right?
Eggs.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Well, sweet stuff too. You know, kind of sweet stuff.
Nah, not that much.
I mean, nah, we got French toast
We have
in there.
eggs and French toast, that's it. But I love eggs. I love eggs. I can eat eggs all day long.
What's the best? How like your eggs cooked? What do you like?
Over easy. Rice, shoyu, that's it.
I agree.
Perfect.
Well, good call.
Yeah.
Well done. That's why I got the local moco fix.
Yeah.
Okay. What is there anything on the dinner menu?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What we got?
We have
so
double
this one on
eggs.
eggs on everything, bro.
Yeah, we have like fried double eggs. Yeah.
Oh,
Orange
nice.
double
I
that.
never had that.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. For dinner.
Thanks. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, that's like been on there for how long? You never give this man devil eggs? What's going on? So, how much minutes in are we now?
This is the time show.
It's
Edit this down.
It is now.
Bro, I helped with the editing too.
Thank you.
I'm amazing with that too.
Whatever you can do. Thank you very much. What do you foresee that? What got you to move from downtown to Kakako? What was the plan?
Dinner. So we moved from
Okay.
downtown to Kagawa for dinner.
Yeah.
Parking, less
Yeah.
people on the street.
Right.
Yeah.
No crack on the side of the road.
No hookers on the side of the street.
No pantsless and the drug. Yeah.
No cheesy smell in the street.
No intravenous needles.
No trash. We walk over.
And speaking of downtown, were you at Epic
Yeah.
before? Okay.
Yes.
Before.
So the epic burger was amazing.
What was it called? The BC Burger back in the day.
That was BC Bird.
Was it? I thought it was called the epic burger.
I thought we were friends.
I like how they're talking like quietly.
Right.
We have it all.
Oh,
It's their show, bro.
Oh,
Like-
sorry.
So I'm just from Epic went to Scratch Kakako. That was the kind of the pecking order.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Epic owned by Little Village? Was it owned? Was
So I
it?
used to have partners that
Okay.
owned. It was myself and two other guys that would get Epic. Yeah.
Got it. Have you been to Epic? Do you remember
I
this?
have, yeah.
Have you been to Scratch downtown?
Yes.
And you've been to the one? Okay.
Yes.
You been to Epic?
When did Epic close? Because that seems a while ago. Right?
2015.
Was it
Oh,
really?
okay.
Wow.
Oh, Jack.
It's not that long ago, dude. Wow.
4 years ago already.
That was like a place you would go, like if there was something going on.
It was a good spot. I do miss the area. It is a great area as far as like the building was beautiful, the high ceilings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you foresee us another location in the future? Yeah. Where would you put this second location?
Back in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's in Epic now? Currently.
They just opened something else.
It's Rangoon.
Burmese.
Oh, is that what that is?
Burmese.
Because that used to be university, right? Rangoon.
Yeah.
It's Dagon is the.
Oh.
Yeah, the food is good. The food is legit there, dude.
Yeah. What?
Seriously.
That's Burmese food?
Burmese
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Never had.
Ooh, Burmese food?
It's like Thai food.
Oh, okay.
It's very.
Yeah.
Just put something on rice, put it on.
That sounds good.
It's all I say. So what do you see as the future for Kakako location? What kind of, as far as changing the menu, but anything else different that you want to see happen?
We're gonna do outdoor seating,
Okay.
more live music.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, bro.
More handsome DJs over there.
What the heck's a DJ right here, my bro?
And over there too.
How you doing? Yeah.
Hi.
So, are you looking for? I'm surprised none of you guys did that until now. Because the ears are right there.
Yeah. It
That's-
happens quite a bit actually.
It does. So in case anyone wants to continue to hear this banter, Taco, you're on Sundays, right? The
Yes,
brunch, yeah,
me and
10 a.m. Excel and you are,
Yeah.
yes, so 10 to 2.
Yes.
Yes, very good, so you can see that. You can see this gentleman wearing a white hat, wearing a white attire or something with a blue thing. He's boomeranging and doing all kind of weird IG story shit.
It's a crazy day.
Sundays are fun, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Honestly,
are-
I love DJing there on Sundays. Like it's. Thankfully, I'm only like playing at half an hour at a time, so I can like kind of recompose myself.
Yeah.
Half an hour at a time.
Right, right,
Because
right.
this guy is like relentless.
Yes,
What
he
do
is.
What do you want to drink? What do you want to do?
Yes, that's pretty
You're
much the
very
exact
nice.
same
I
thing he
left, I
said.
don't know if you remember, but you gave me like extra cookies one time. Like you just.
Whoa,
like,
whoa.
trying to eat them.
Oh,
I don't know
how's
where
you,
you came from or.
Oh, who are you?
Why'd you make cookies?
Yeah, what?
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Wait, wait, cookies?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a cookie. I was.
I just get
was
extra
thinking- I was
bacon.
thinking
Wait a
that
minute.
He was just like standing and he's like, he like puts it down for me. He's just like,
Really?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Where'd you get
Yeah.
cookies from?
That's
Hold on,
Yeah.
where are you getting cookies from? You baking cookies down there?
Back
I've never
in the
seen a
day.
cookie
He
there.
doesn't bake.
Yo, what were you doing?
Back in the day.
What do you mean back in the day? What does that mean?
What?
What is back in the 2015? What is
Kid,
that?
but I'm
She
like-
was 12 in 2015.
That could be illegal. So, I didn't know you had cookies or
Yeah, no, we actually, I don't know if you remember, but we actually have had a couple of conversations. Some of them have been at the outdoor.
Oh, yeah, a couple
park.
conversations.
Yeah, because,
Really?
because I work over there and I don't work for them, I work in Island Club, so I would come through all the time and I sat down with you a couple times and I think it was like your break after like the lunch time or whatever, so you're like whatever decompressing outside and
I drink a lot of alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
Zach, what is your top 5 radio DJs?
Like top rapper. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so when you told me he was gonna
I want to put
I was like,
DJ
oh my
Excel
goodness.
first. This is my favorite radio DJ.
That sounds like very radio too.
Hey, me too, Oh, something in common. So, I was just, I don't know how you know this story so like elaborately. This is amazing. When did this happen?
I would say maybe.
Wow.
But I remember because I was like, I
You made a memory for her.
because I came in alone and I was just like, it was right before I went to work and I was kind of like, just whatever, feeling a little down here, just eating by myself and then.
With Stash, you can invest in your world.
Sorry, you guys.
What was that?
Sad.
No, but you're just personable and I just.
You're the premiering mixer.
I have. Remember Janet Jackson? Oh my God, I love that.
Remix. Oh.
That's so amazing. I can't believe that.
Yeah, so I remember that. I mean, that's how I said it. Like when you.
Well, Taco, you're the militia remix. Okay, we done here? We good? We got the reminiscing here?
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
So. I don't even know where to go.
I love the story. Do you not know this movie? You know your friend. Come on.
Okay, here we go. Let's go with this one. When did you two meet?
So I think it was it Tinder or Bumble?
It was fucking matchy, right?
It has to be
I
match.
don't hold their math, dude. Seriously, I don't give a math.
I don't pay for match either.
MySpace,
Sponsored.
No,
We met through Brian.
Black Brian.
Black Brian.
Oh,
Weird Styles. Spirit Styles. Where's he at?
different black guy. Okay, don't worry about it.
He's shaved. He looks like DMX and
Like Tyrese. He looks like
Tyrese
Tyrese.
and
Omar
Morris
Harris.
Chestnut.
Mikai Pfeiffer.
Mix it in one.
So every black guy ever.
No. Not every. I promise you. No. Yes. Homie, come here. I promise you. I show you a picture and you're like, damn.
He's a smooth guy.
He looks like Morris Chestnut.
He's Morris Chestnut takes out a kid and then they like maybe set on fire or something.
Oh, no. But he's awesome. So if you remember Living Room, if you ever went to Living Room, Brian used to be like manager, promoter.
He's a
there.
promoter.
Yeah.
So he was my boss for several years.
Yeah,
First,
yeah.
because I was in the living room.
Oh.
And it was him and Titus.
Right,
You know,
right.
shout out Titus, and then it was B-Type Productions.
Right. And then like Titus had his own thing with the other roommate. There was like Rising Suns. I don't remember their
They broke off, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then so
Right. Yeah.
was Brian at Scratch tonight?
Yeah.
Why did you come here, man? What's going on?
Because he was with his girlfriend and the kids, and then
People getting old, man. People getting old.
the kids had to go home. And
I would love to see Black Brian. It's been 10 years.
Black Brian.
That
I just
sounds
call him
right, yeah.
Brian. To be correct, I say Brian.
We always called him,
I know he doesn't care if we call him
and he
Black
doesn't
Brian.
care. Funny
Now
story.
we say Black Brian.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
Funny story of Brian Simpson. At the living room, and before we would set up and whatnot, he would always have the tendency to show me videos from his phone. And the videos of his phone were of him and a female acquaintance, and they were naked.
Oh my
And,
god.
this went on for quite some time.
Thank you very much for editing this out. I don't know.
He'd be like, yo man, you get this video, man. You get this video, man. Like, so this guy, to show like this, since we don't have a picture that we can throw up there, you know, he was a well-to-do gentleman. He was a good guy. Are we looking at pictures now? Okay. Shout out Brian. He'd be laughing up a storm right now. So then
He would be very embarrassed.
he'd be yes, but he's a guy that's from
You
our.
would never see him red, but he would be red right now.
Black guys don't turn red, dude. Seriously. You guys do not turn red.
Oh, and Chinese people never turn yellow? Like Mexicans don't turn brown.
You guys are brown.
Come on! How can we?
I'm not being racist. That's true.
Oh, yes! Relax, Donald Trump. The next thing you can help me build a wall around fucking Scratch.
How's that wall, motherfucker?
All fucking backup beach.
Once again, you were listening to Sleep Time's over. In case you just joined us. Wow.
Oh, there's a whole lot of people going on.
A lot of deleting going on.
Hi, Cabot. I miss you.
Gavin, where are you right now? Gavin's at basketball practice. He's no, he just finished. He's doing basketball with his son. They do basketball every Tuesday.
Nice.
Shout out being a father. You know, right?
That's what's up.
Right?
That
How's
is.
that for bringing the mood down, right?
No, no.
We're calming the mood.
That's what, like,
My heart rate is so high right now. Oh my
It
god.
should be.
We're gonna bring it down a little bit.
We're bringing the mood down.
Oh my god.
Calming down.
Yeah.
Right, well, father. Yeah. Okay.
Fatherhood is amazing.
Right?
How's your kid?
Silence.
I'll get back to that. So, how are we gonna end this one? I don't even know where to go with this next. At this
You asked
point-
us how do we meet.
Yes, that never got us started.
Honestly,
I don't really know.
we met by me coming with Brian to eat, and then Excel was like,
That's Asian Brian.
that's Asian Brian. That's Black Brian. There's Brian at the bar. I'm sorry, I'm not.
This Black Russ.
It's Russ. Yes.
It's just Russ.
Shout out Russ.
Russ with the LA hat.
Russ in the house.
But yeah, we met at Scratch. XL was like, yo, I'm gonna play on Sundays, and you wanna help me? And that's how it started.
Oh, was that really how? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My kids, I started coming to Scratch downtown,
Yeah.
and I brought like my mom and my kids, and like I fell in love with the food and started
I'm
coming
gonna cry now.
You should cry. Yeah, whatever. You don't have to edit that out. That was taken.
There's a lot of deleting.
Sorry, but that's kind of like how it started. Like,
Oh, really? That's awesome. So,
No, let me tell you that real story, motherfucker. It wasn't even that way. It was on Instagram. I posted.
Instagram? What, DMs or something?
No, I posted Instagram.
I don't know about this story.
No, because I posted on Instagram looking for a DJ for Sunday.
Okay.
And Black Brian DM me.
And then you reference
I know,
this one.
I know,
I know a couple of DJs. I know a Mexican that's fucking not doing shit on Sundays. Sorry.
Was that really what happened?
That was what it is!
Did he see that?
Yes!
That's Black
Touching,
Friday.
huh?
He's out of here!
I gotta come
Thanks, Brian, now. Thanks, Brian.
I'm gonna
Come over
FaceTime
here.
that fool.
If that's possible, yes.
I better see.
Wow, so that's what, so
That's how it went down.
when did DJing start at Sunday Brunch? Was this,
Like a year ago?
that's it?
Something like
About a
that.
year ago. Yeah.
Really? So it's been only like a year?
Yeah.
Wow.
We've always
My
been
fun
looking for
It's
this.
friend.
just, you know,
Yeah.
from way back in the day.
You
Okay.
guys should come down on Sundays.
That's what you have to
You
look
should.
forward to for
Wow.
Friday nights.
What do I have to look forward to? Black Brian?
Right.
There he is. He's not gonna answer the phone. But
He's
yes.
gonna answer his phone.
So while we're getting that
He's
call,
at Park Lane in Ala Moana, chilling.
see, that's where he is. He's a.
No, he's not gonna answer his phone.
Okay, not gonna answer his phone.
Or he's at Chingu.
Oh wow.
Park Lane, Chingu.
That's the combo. Brian, what school did you go to?
FaceTime.
What
That's
school?
right.
Mid-Pac? You went to the institution? Yes.
I
There
went
you
to the
go.
Mississippi Institution.
Yes, yes.
He don't know.
And we hung up on you already?
He don't know.
What a friend.
No one supports anyone,
He
right?
might,
Yeah.
Just like
he
Hawaii.
might be having relations right now. You don't wanna see that. You've seen those videos.
Yeah.
I don't wanna see
It's
it.
already, it's already gone downhill at this point. So before we,
What year did you graduate at Mid-Pac?
yeah, what did you read?
95.
95. Ken?
Good year.
I appreciate it, buddy. I'm gonna see you now.
Well, I don't wanna touch you at all.
So,
Stop
Brian,
touching me.
Brian,
Save your dick. Bro, your hands are like way too soft.
she did not exist yet when you were, the year you were born. What do you think of that?
When you were born? When you what?
Yeah.
When you were born?
He's like, I'm gonna make this work for somebody.
Let's switch this over.
When you did you graduate
Before someone gets arrested, let
My
them
daughter
just,
is older than you.
there you go. See?
Thank you.
All right, we gotta get out of here. Let's go continue drinking off the air here.
Just want to thank our audience for being here.
Let's thank all you guys
Also want to
Very
thank our
fun.
guests.
You guys are amazing.
How about it?
Having fun with
DJ
us
Jimmy
tonight.
Taco right here, Ryan Chan right here, the chef. There he is. All these guys.
Of course, we can't forget our sponsors.
Thank them all.
Key.
Rokai McKee, you said, there he is. Rokai McKee right here. The controversial Rokai McKee, but he's a man of many words.
How's it controversial?
Bring it up.
I love your food. Like,
I came on a couple weeks ago. I said all kinds of stuff about different rappers, and it was you have to go back and watch.
rappers
the
named
footage.
Earl? What did you
You have to go back and watch the footage to really
yeah,
see
it
what
was
happened.
I gotta go back and check it out.
Let's just say
That's
that people were upset, shaking their head.
People
love
were
it
very
personally.
mad. They were very.
It was
It was a fun show.
I'm sorry about the sore subject.
We can talk about
I
it.
feel like
Jimmy Tacos never coming back.
comes up, yes.
Every show.
It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Let's
the
talk about it off the camera.
Square Barrels,
Yeah.
Honolulu Club, 7th floor, Sakai and Company.
There you go.
Catch us on what? iTunes, Automatic.
iTunes, Spotify, Podomatic, Stitcher. Also check out the Patreon. I have to come out this weekend. I'm gonna finish the Radio Free tribute mix. It's
Nice.
gonna be all 120 minutes stuff. King Missile. Remember, you guys remember that, all you old fuds. But yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be an alternative mix.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, alternative rock and weird stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be coming up. That's about it. We gotta get out of here. It's already past bedtime. Let's get out of here. Sleep time's over. Yeah. Thank you everyone.